Morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Morning Musings with Amelia from Dodona Coaching. I am Amelia, your hostess, and we are here for a message from the universe about going for our big dreams. And what I mean by going for our big dreams is living that authentic life that you want to live, the life that you know you're meant to have. And doing the things so that you can achieve it, right? That's going for your big dream. And, you know, navigating all the obstacles that go along with it, navigating all the things that show up around it, the emotional and mental, physical, relational things that go with that journey, that adventure of your life. So we are utilizing Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck as our conduit for the message to come through. And as I'm shuffling the cards, um, I would like you to get grounded. So let's take a moment, feet on the ground, and just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel that earth mom energy coming up through the floor, into your feet, into your ankles, clearing out all the stiffness in there, loosening up all the muscles, bringing ease and joy to the joints. Go ahead and wriggle them around a little bit so they get some blood flowing, that energy's in there working out all the things that no longer work for you, that keep you from moving forward, from stepping forward, and bringing that energy up into your legs, into your knees. Let's clear those joints out a little bit, move them around, get that stuff that's stiff and holding you back from really walking forward. And then moving that energy up into your thighs, into your hips. And let's go ahead and get that moving. That shake your hips a little bit, do a little twist thing. Again, getting that those things that are stiff and holding you back, like oil the joints, right? That's what this energy is doing. It's supporting you, it's nurturing, it's loving you. It's saying, I've got your back. Don't worry, I am the foundation that you are walking upon. And allow that energy to move up into your torso, into your spine. Get that wriggling around, twisting a little bit. Maybe there's some stiffness in there. Allow that energy to get into all those spaces, all those places where things are gumped up a little bit, and just say, you know what? I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. I'm here to clear that out. I'm here to make things smooth, transitions, and help you to clear out what is holding you back from living your best life. And as that Mother Earth energy is filling you up from your feet to your torso, into your heart, your head, your arms, open the top of your head. Open up to the universal knowledge, that great universe that gave you a divine spark of inspiration, a gift that you bring to the world. And allow that energy to come down into your brain, clearing out old negative thoughts, showing you the truth of your path, giving you clear vision as it moves behind your eyes, letting you hear the truth as it moves down further into your ears, behind your ears, clearing out all those negative things that you've ever heard that said you can't, you're not allowed, that's impossible, that's a stupid idea. Clearing out all of those negative voices so that you can hear the truth, the divine truth. of why you are here, where you're going, and what you are here to do. Big, small, it doesn't matter. It's important. And then allowing that universal energy to come down into your throat so that you can speak clearly, so that you can clear out all the things that have held your voice back. And if you need to cough, do so. If you need to breathe, do so. Breathe in. Sometimes even just imagining the energy go through clears more stuff. It focuses on those areas and it causes a tickle as it moves down into your heart and lungs, filling you with that pure, pure intention of your big dream. That dream that is just yours. Moving forward, that's that divine spark that the universe gifted you when you were born, and allowing it to shine because it is beautiful and it is pure. And it has been put upon over the years, making you feel small, dimming the light, shading the light. And this connection that we're redoing right now, it's allowing for you to shine brighter, is pulling off those layers of hindrance so that the light can shine through. And as it does, it mixes with that very supportive, very nurturing, very nourishing earth energy. And it's the mix of these two energies that create our human existence on this plane of existence that we call Earth. All right. Our card for today is diving for light. Diving for light. So let me get the book and we'll read what that has to say for us today. I don't think we've had this one since I've been doing this. Diving for light. How brave you are. You are diving for light. It can be so much simpler to seek light in the heavenly, in that which is blissful, sweet, loving, and kind. To look for the light in that which is dark is an advanced task that only a rebellious and brave heart will attempt. You may not feel that you have taken such a journey by choice, yet you have taken this wise challenge from deep within your soul. Your innermost being has evoked this situation in your life with the intention that you grow in power, wisdom, and creative juice. It also wants you to experience a bold and fearless trust in life and become further empowered to live it with zest and courage. The Oracle of Diving for Light speaks of a time when you are called into darkness through life circumstances, situations, relationship challenges, or inner struggles that defy clear understanding. The darkness might be a creative block, a sense of being in a void, or feelings of depression, rage, sadness, fear, or anxiety. There may or may not be an obvious cause. The darkness might be generally accepted and socially acknowledged because there is a socially acceptable or obvious reason for it, such as a death, divorce, or retrenchment. However, there may be no obvious justification for your experience of darkness. You might not need a reason to be able to accept it. Likewise, you may struggle to find an unconditional acceptance of your experience. Just know that you are actually on track and right where you need to be. Our creative process and our spiritual path go through a similar turning of the wheel. There is spring and summer in the seasons of our soul, as well as in the earthly ones. There is the autumn harvest, and there is the death inherent in winter, when energy is concentrated and pulled within to seek out the darkness where it can rest, regenerate, and simply be until the time is right for new life, energy, and creative inspiration to burst forth. When diving for light, one must be willing to bear the darkness and understand it has a purpose, much like winter does upon the earth. It is not in error or through lack of consciousness that you are here now. It is testament to your spiritual growth and creative process, not a sign that they are lacking or stalling. The healing process below will help you with your inward plunging to successfully navigate it. This oracle brings particular guidance that although you are powerful, you are also vulnerable at this time. You need to be more alert to sabotage and criticism that may make your progress more difficult than it is already. That would be rather unnecessary. At least some of the people around you might be more attached to their fear and doubt than to their faith in your process and the ways of the creative, rebellious, spiritual path that asks us to trust unconditionally. They may be frightened due to a lack of understanding. You don't need to carry their fear for them. You have your own process to attend to, and they can choose to be inspired by your journey or frightened by it. Mm. They are free to respond as they wish, and whatever those responses are, they are part of their journey for them to work through. You also need to be vigilant against the darker forces within you. These are the voices that you may not expect, particularly if you are a pure hearted being who typically resonates with love. These voices or feelings might surprise you with their dark intensity. They may be feelings of hate, terror, or of wanting only to sleep because anything further is all just too hard. They may contain vicious criticism of yourself or tell you that your inner creative work is pointless, unoriginal, not worth it, or stupid. These dark forces might try to tell you that you are on the wrong path, suggest that you will fail, or ask with great condescension, "The hell do you think you are?" You must stay in your heart and not believe these dark forces. Stay in compassion. Fear creates the energy of anger, hate, and destructiveness. These forces are a part of life. We don't have to be frightened about them, nor do we need to shock or deny their existence or try to ignore them in order to find light in the darkness. We just need to hold compassion and be intelligently aware so we can avoid being seduced into the trap of needing to prove ourselves or into the mistaken belief that we need to fight against darkness. It is too easy to get caught up in trying to heal the dark. Darkness just is. Recognize it when it is there and be in your compassionate heart. All you need to do is make a choice. Will you stay in your heart, or will you be seduced by darkness and overcome by hate or sleepiness? Diving for light is a spiritual test and a threshold for all true creative work. We successfully navigate our way through this test and pass the threshold into new creative birth by staying connected to the light of compassion in our own hearts. It is not an easy test, but it is one that you must be ready for. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming to you now. Just remember, it is the light of the heart that sustains. It exists within us always, even in the darkest depths of unknown terrain. This article also comes with a special message. There is a darkness within or around you that could become problematic if left unchecked. If, for no particular reason, you find yourself feeling angry, irritated, hopeless, or tired more easily than usual, unable to rest, or it is just too much effort to exercise or take care of yourself, then this darkness is having an unnecessary effect on you. It is time to end that now from a place of compassion. The healing process below will empower you for that task. Don't be afraid. You are learning this lesson and the unending power of compassion because you are ready for it. Feel honored by the lesson and stay humbly centered in your powerful, rebellious heart that refuses to be conquered by fear and remains faithful to love. All will be well. Diving for light. Let's go ahead and do the healing process. Reconnecting. Ah, opening both channels again. Earth from below, universe from above, mixing in within your human experience. Say this aloud, whether it makes sense to you or not. I call upon the presence of unconditional love. Be here now without restraint. Fill me and fill this space. Touch all beings with your grace. I feel the presence of unconditional love within me. I acknowledge the presence of unconditional love all around me. I am the presence of unconditional love. And in this love, no fear can remain. May unconditional love guide any fear back to the light of love or back into the earth as serves the greatest good. My body, mind, heart, and soul are now completely bathed in and protected by unconditional love. Through my own free will, this is so. Repeat morning and night for at least 3 days and continue for as long as you wish and feels good for you. You may feel some reactions to this work. Fear, anger, or irritation may come up. You may feel an overwhelming need to go and do something that doesn't actually seem that important once you start doing it and could have waited 5 more minutes. You might feel nausea. You might also feel emotional with sadness or grief passing through you. These are all signs that your healing process is working on a darker energy and that the energy is releasing itself from you. Repeat this simple process until you feel clear. Don't be afraid to continue with it as much as is needed, especially if you live or work in a toxic environment with a lot of negativity, arguments, anger, or disturbances, and cannot extricate yourself from that environment for a period of time for various reasons. If you feel you need additional help, seek out a reputable shaman or spiritual healer to assist you. There is no need to fear or to feel burdened by this work. You are being drawn into this experience so that you are ready to experience more light. To be ready for that, we must be capable of handling equal darkness. Now is the preparation. Soon the celebration will follow. Diving for light. In my groups, we've come up with a term called shift storms. Take out the F, you get it. And it's in these storms that we get new knowledge, new outlooks, and we've come to this conclusion that these storms, this piece of darkness, this why is this happening to me moment actually comes to help clear out what doesn't work anymore, to remove all those things that are holding you back at this moment. It's a destructive force, right? It's got to tear out from the roots those things that don't work. And sometimes they don't want to leave. And sometimes you don't get all the root and it starts to grow back and another storm comes in to rip it out. And, it's kind of like a garden. And it also brings, like a garden, the fertilizer to nourish and help grow strong, wonderful fruit and vegetables that you've planted, those seeds that you have planted, the seeds of your big dream. And as it grows, other things need to shift. And that's what these storms, that's what this darkness is about. And by diving for light, you're looking for what's going to come out of it. What's the good that comes from this? Because there is good in everything. All the nasties that have ever happened to you, there is a good that comes from it. Not saying that it was good that it happened, but that there is a good that can come from it. Your experience, you understand when somebody else is going through it. You can be compassionate with them because you've been there. The good is that it's removing things from you, removing people, places, things, blockages, so that you can move forward with confidence and skill and experience and know how to navigate other things that come along because you're like, oh, I've seen that before. And you can teach others so that they don't have to feel that pain that you felt. They can learn from that. And sometimes they have to find their own pain, right? And learn from that because they get a nuance, a different nuance than you did. But that's the light within the darkness and the compassion around it. It was talking about you may feel sadness or, other things that show up after doing that healing process. And those are emotions, and I have dubbed them ethereal motions. They're ethereal, they're not concrete, right? They're not a thing. They're ethereal, they're moving around in motion, and sometimes they flow through you. Let them. If you're sad, cry. If you're angry, scream. If you're happy, dance. Move through them. They are emotions, ethereal motions. So when you feel them, move. Even if it's an angry dance or a happy dance or a sad dance, move. Allow them to move through you. You don't have to hang on to them. That's one of the things that I do personally is I turn into a rock, basically. You know, trauma drama, it happens. And I am learning how to allow movement. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I just actually went through something yesterday where I was sitting in the chair people were doing, and it was a little triggering. We're cleaning out some areas, some spaces, and it was, and I was just like, I'm here, I'm here, and I'm watching you, and I'm making decisions, and I'm directing, and and then there were moments of tears, and my family came and hugged me, and I let them, which is growth, because before it was like, so learning how to move with these ethereal motions helps you to get through these dark places, allowing the things to move around you and staying centered on what's true for you, that divine spark within you. If you are going through a bit of darkness, I send you light. I send you beauty. I send you compassion. And the knowledge that there is something good coming from this. Things are being removed, things are being nourished, new growth is coming. New growth, healthy growth. is coming. Breathe, cry, rest, move through. Listen for what your body, your mind, your soul needs, and gift yourself that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this world. Thank you for taking a step forward in your journey towards your big dream, towards your authentic life. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this and taking this information in. And I can't wait to hear about what happens with you, where you go from here. If you've been enjoying these morning musings, please hit the like and subscribe button and the bell that will notify you when I go live again. And in this moment of darkness, if this is what you're going through, breathe, breathe, take a step forward. It's scary, it's hard, and it's worth every moment. As you step forward into your big dream. With that, keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this, and I'll see you tomorrow.